Planet Dolan. Hey guys, I just wanted to start this Q&A by addressing some of the feedback our recent videos have been getting. A lot of you have been complaining about the quality of our countdowns lately, like how some voice actors haven't been delivering lines properly, and some topics just simply aren't that interesting to watch. And you know what? I totally agree. We are listening to your feedback, and we can do better, but it's going to take time, it won't happen overnight. We're doing everything we can behind the scenes to turn things around, and we could always use your feedback. So hopefully we can re-earn your trust and reward all the subscribers who have stuck with us since the beginning with some awesome content. It was only about 2 years ago that this channel really took off, seemingly overnight, and ever since then all the videos combined have generated about 1 million views every day. And that's a lot of people. An unimaginable amount, and it is scary. It's hard for me to convey what I mean, but just imagine you're playing games of football with your mates with maybe a couple of people watching, but then you show up to the field one day and now a stadium full of people are watching you, judging you, shouting things at you, and you've had no time to prepare for it. No idea what person to listen to over the waves of noise. You're now hyper aware of every mistake you're making, and it'll descend into jeers if you're not putting out 100%. And even when you do perform well after that, the jeers continue regardless, and not just at you, but your whole team, to the point where nobody even wants to play anymore. And so it's starting to get to that point, but I think it's worth pushing through. We may have increased our video production to 1 video per day, although honestly, I'd be much happier putting out 1 high quality video per week and just leaving it at that. Unfortunately, YouTube's algorithms heavily favor constant churning out of content to the extent that you actually hit a glass ceiling and plateau if you're only putting out 1 video every so often, which means no more growth no matter how much time and energy you put into a video. Some of my favorite YouTube channels run into that issue, where they're putting out a video every so often, super high quality, they put all their energy into it, but their channel just gets no views, and that really sucks. It also explains why independent animation is so dead on YouTube, but that's kind of getting off topic. My point is, just because we put out 1 video per day, that doesn't necessarily mean we have to sacrifice on quality. And so this is going to be our new mantra, quality over quantity. Maybe you guys won't have the time to watch all our videos now, and that's totally okay. But we do want to make sure that the one you do choose to watch is fucking awesome. Right now we're kind of Planet Dolan 0.8, but we're moving full steam towards Planet Dolan 2.0. It might take us a little bit of time. We would love your feedback and support as we get there. But I'm determined to make the content we produce here something we're all proud of, and not just viral content churned out to generate maximum profit or anything like that. People have some specific questions about our videos that I'm now going to answer, and hopefully provide more insight on things we get asked all the time. So I'll feed these comments on screen, such as William Owens, where's the Danger Dolan YouTube channel, Sandy Cyan, why is the channel Planet Dolan now, all of these, they're all asking, why is the channel named Planet Dolan instead of Danger Dolan? And the funny thing is, I didn't realize people would be so confused about this when I originally did it. I thought the reasoning was obvious, that we're moving towards a collaborative channel. To have the channel called Danger Dolan when it wasn't branded around me anymore seemed illogical. And I made that change because I personally was getting burnt out doing the same thing over and over. But when you have a team around you, it reignites your passion a little bit. So now Planet Dolan encompasses all the voice actors, the writers, the editors, the animators, the managers, the musicians, and sound designers we have on board now. I really want them to receive just as much recognition as I get, even if that means I have to take the suicidal step of rebranding a well-ingrained channel to do so. Take a step back from center stage to make room for them and deal with the harsh feedback that comes with it. And without these guys, I would have gotten completely burnt out and stopped making countdowns a while ago. The channel would essentially be dead. I wouldn't be able to pay the animators their full wage, and Super Planet Dolan, which I like to call my baby these days, as that's where all my current creative energy goes, it never would have existed. I am sorry if you guys aren't fully on board with me rebranding the channel, and I can totally understand why. I mean, if I had a favorite channel and they just decided one day to completely change direction without letting me know in depth as to why, I'd be kind of narky. But hopefully this will give you a bit more insight into my reasoning. I really like working with all these other guys that I currently do. And it really did make me want to keep making countdowns, even when my own passion was kind of dwindling. John F. Jones asks, can you please go back to narrating the videos yourself? Much more funnier and enjoyable. The vids are still great, but it's hard to sit through the narrators now. So I am personally still voicing one video a week whenever I can, as that's always been my preference. If I could just make a channel with one video per week, I would just do that. Unfortunately, we can't do that. In terms of me writing videos, all of my writing duties are majorly invested in the animation channel now, including a new storytelling series that I'm incredibly hyped for, but I haven't announced yet because we're still tinkering with the format. I hired voice actors to help me keep up with the constant production of scripts so that I don't burn out and stop making videos. And I hired these specific voice actors like Hellbent, Shima, Pringle, and Melissa because when they applied, they were just fun. They're regular people like you and me, and that's the vibe I want to continue with this channel. There are no faceless corporate entities voicing our videos. We are all just mates, and voicing videos like 8 experiments with animal sperm that will shock you isn't meant to be clickbait. It's just fun shit to read, and entertaining hundreds of thousands of people is a massive bonus for us. But it is hard to see their personalities when they're voicing a script written by someone else. We are working on this though. If you've been watching Hellbent's countdowns lately, you might see a little bit of that shine through, and we want to convey more of that moving forward. Louis the Savage says, what do you think of all the watchmojo channel going downhill? Where's Dolan shit in the comments? At this point, they're just becoming memes reposted over and over for attention. It's essentially like bait. We value feedback and constructive criticism. We can improve with that, and admittedly, some of the memes are pretty fucking funny, even if they are making fun of the channel. But most of them could do with some deletions and bans. I don't really like doing this, as I've always felt free speech is kind of super important, and censoring someone just because they disagree with you is a dangerous road to go down. But when comments get malicious, it usually earns them a permaban, which I feel is fair enough. You can only gather so much insight from a comment that reads, "Go die." But the memes were born out of us not reaching our own quality standards, and although a lot of it is just terribly worded feedback, I can still hear the underlying complaints, and I would like to do my best to help resolve them. And now that that's out of the way, we can answer some other questions regarding Planet Dolan. We've got some animation specific ones, gaming ones, general ones, and ones just about the Countdown channel. So I'll start off by exploring some of the regular Countdown Planet Dolan questions. The first one is from Sloth Prince. Are you drunk during some of your videos? No, I think that's just my slurry normal voice. It gets worse when I'm like bored reading a script. Some of the scripts just don't entertain me that much, but when I'm really excited about a script, you might see my narration voice return. Although I think that I could just do better just by putting on my narrator voice all the time. What you're hearing right now is my slurry normal voice. It's not very nice to listen to sometimes, and I think I can improve on that. Andrew Rogers, any more collaborations with anyone else in the future, like how you did with Critical? Yeah, I'm totally up for more collaborations with pretty much anyone on YouTube. It's just about contacting them and figuring out if they're appropriate to that kind of video. There are some people I would rather play a game with and record footage for. There are some people that I think would be good in the Dolan role on Super Planet Dolan. In terms of collaborations for voices for countdowns, our schedule has changed and now we're doing a video per day, so to get a guest on it might be stressful for us. Maybe one day when it's less stressful we might be able to do that. So yes, lots more collaborations in future. No one specific in mind, although I've reached out to people. So hopefully you'll see more of them. Carl Frodge, is there a set schedule for when each contributor, Dolan, Hellbent, Shima, and Melissa put out content, or is it just whoever is available for each video? It's pretty much whoever's available, but recently we've started assigning scripts to people that we think would be more appropriate to voicing them, such as Shima voicing the more serious scripts, Hellbent and Pringle voicing the more silly scripts. I'm pretty much game for voicing almost anything, same with my brother. And Melissa, we're still figuring out the best scripts to assign to her. So yeah, it's an ongoing process. I mean, considering we only hired Pringle and Melissa recently, we're still figuring this stuff out. But yeah, it's a case of whoever wants to voice more scripts, we prefer that because, you know, there are so many backed up scripts at the moment that we just need them voiced by whoever. Skyjumper, how did you meet your group of narrators? They all applied except for Shima, who did the logo for 2015 for Danger Dolan. And then she linked me to her channel where she was narrating books. And so I said, "Oh, I have an idea for this this animation channel. Like, did you want to help me out with that?" And so we've been collaborating on that ever since. But yeah, Melissa, Pringle, Hellbent, they all applied for a job as a voice actor. And my brother is obviously my brother. I already knew him, and he sounds like me, and you know, he's had experience voice acting stuff. We used to voice Warcraft 3 custom maps together. That was really fun. ZL, have you ever considered translating the videos to other languages, perhaps Spanish? I would very much like to do this. It's just about figuring out which company I should ask to help me do it, because obviously there's no possible way I could do it myself. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know and I can look them up, because I do want to do it. It's just a matter of like how complicated it's going to be, how much it would cost to get them translated and all that. I am a fan of doing that, yes. Anthony asks, are you thinking of doing other videos than top 10 things? So on the countdown channel, I mean, it's not really a countdown channel, it's just viral content. And so under the umbrella of viral content, I would consider doing other types of videos, except pranks, because those are stupid. It depends what I'm personally interested in. I am open to it, but honestly, I can't even imagine what other types of videos would be on there. We were thinking about doing a live Q&A with the other voice actors, you know, like once a month or so. But we kind of need the reception on the channel to be a bit more friendly first before we put ourselves out there like that. So hopefully one day we can do that as like an every so often thing. If you guys didn't already realize that Hellbent is actually doing a stream pretty often, I think like once a week, with some of the voice actors we have and some of the animators we have on his channel. There'll be a link down below, so maybe go check that out if you didn't already know about that. Xena Celeste Copeland, do you write the scripts or do you have a writer/writers? We have a team of writers. I used to write all the scripts, but it's such a burnout doing it. As I said, all my creative energy is in the animation channel at the moment. I write all my lines, and I'm also planning to write that storytelling series that we've got planned. And as a voice actor, you kind of have to do rewrites anyway. You got to go over the script and at least make it sound like it's coming from your voice and not from someone else's mouth. And so that takes a bit of time. So essentially, you're kind of co-writing it with the other writer. Oscar, we ever start a monthly vlog on what's happening behind the scenes of Planet Dolan? I used to do vlogs quite often, but currently it's a bit terrifying to put a vlog out there for hundreds of thousands of people. I can do Q&As fine though. But in terms of like a behind the scenes kind of deal, probably not, because behind the scenes is just me sitting in my boxes with a box of shapes and some beer, like browsing the internet thinking, "Ooh, this looks cool as a topic," or maybe I should voice this thing now, and all that nonsense. Like it's not a behind the scenes DVD, it's just a dude like sitting there maybe playing some video games every so often. You know, it's not exciting. But we do want to do the monthly Q&A with the other voice actors, like a live one. That'd be pretty fun. David, what can we expect from you in videos to come? So, yeah, we want to maintain the countdowns we're doing, but we just want to up the quality. We just want to keep reading your feedback and trying to improve them. Our current motto is to just improve our current videos and get series going, instead of launching into any new channels or new territory or new video series. We just want to make sure that everything we're doing is perfect before we even consider moving forward from here. So that'll take us a bit of time. But there are a couple of other relevant comments that I should bring up here, such as Mr. Bones, what does the future hold for your channels? Izzy, what will you be doing in the future? And Bailey, what is your biggest aspiration for Planet Dolan? So what you guys are essentially asking is like, where do you see yourself 5 years from now on Planet Dolan, which I can answer. So for the animation channel, which once again I am super invested in, we're doing a storytelling series because we're hoping to one day, maybe, possibly, potentially, nothing promised, do a cartoon, like a full-blown production one. But there are all kinds of issues with that. Like, let me just tell you that to do a high quality series like that, I mean, if we can't even put one countdown out a week that's high quality, can you imagine working on a cartoon with an episode that takes you months, that costs like probably hundreds of thousands of dollars to produce, and then you put it out there and it only earns back like a fraction? Like, you'd be broke within minutes. So there has to be some other platform for premium content before I would consider doing a cartoon. There is television, but then you lose a lot of creative control, and there are all kinds of issues with that. And of course, there's like exclusivity. So that means like I would hate to, you know, have it only be on TV and not be able to, like, on one channel and not be able to share it anywhere else. Like, I'm locked into a really strict contract, so that would be not ideal. So I'm still considering that. But in the meantime, that's way far ahead. You know, it's long term. In the meantime, we can do a little storytelling series and at the same kind of rate of production that we've got our other series going, and I think that would work out well. For the gaming channel, right, I have some pretty lofty plans there, although it's going to take even longer than it is for the animation stuff. Mostly to do with live streaming and setting up a little community of gamers for the gaming content, you know, well-edited gameplay, more to do with challenge runs, like self-imposed challenges, unconventional challenges for games. We're currently making that series, as you'll have seen by our Nuzlocke runs for Pokemon, but we're also doing some of the other related challenge videos and streaming and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to say anything more about my lofty gaming ambitions, but let's just say that to liken it to something, this is kind of like Walt Disney coming up with the idea of Disneyland, only the difference is he could afford it, and my idea is like, it would be one day cool to do that if a miracle happens. In regards to the movie channel, we haven't really got anything in production because we just haven't come up with anything that we think you guys would want to watch. If we put anything on there right now, it would just be for the sake of it. And I'd rather focus on improving the quality of our current 3 channels, but we're not averse to putting some more content in the movie channel. If we come up with something really cool, I mean, we could do reviews for movies and that kind of thing. It's just a matter of time. As for the Planet Dolan channel, we just want to improve the quality of our videos at the moment. And if we come up with any other kind of, you know, viral series for the channel, we'll put them on. But at the moment, that's all we're focused on, man. We don't have any lofty goals. We just want to make sure that the content isn't shit first. And then we'll think about, you know, potentially doing something else with it. But to sum up my aspirations, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing, right? I just want to make entertainment for you guys. That's all I want out of this life. I just want to make stuff that we're proud of, that will entertain you guys, and want to make you watch just more stuff, right? That's all I care about at this stage. And we just want to expand, as long as the quality is there, into all kinds of areas. We just want to make Planet Dolan bigger. That's pretty much it. That's my main goal here, is to just make things not shit and get a lot of it out. And now lightning round, general questions that you guys asked me. Francois asks, do you have any fears concerning the future of YouTube? My biggest fear is just copyright. YouTube! Stop fucking us around with the fair use stuff. Like, get on top of that game. I don't want to check my phone on a morning and see a Gmail message and wonder if it's all over today. If I've suddenly gotten 3 strikes and my channel's been deleted. That's not good. I don't like that. Brody Court, will you ever do a podcast? I think the live Q&A with the other Planet Dolan members is going to be probably the closest we get. I'm not averse to doing podcasts, but right now we just do streams, and that's more like kind of podcasty stuff. We just happen to play a game on the side. Dysentery, how does that book taste? Well, you know when you go to the gym and your skin gets all sweaty and sticky and gross? Well, the book kind of tastes like chicken. Slapped ham, is it true that you don't have legs? I heard you have 2 giant printers where your legs should be that constantly spit out facts, and you haven't actually left the couch in over 3 years, and that your apartment is just filled with pages and pages of facts. Should we send help? Look, mate. Look. You don't need legs to enjoy life. You don't even need eyes to enjoy life. You want to know how I do my research? Braille. You should try and get into it sometime. I don't even need fingers to feel the braille. I've got wrist stumps. Alright, that's all you need in this life. How else do you think I made these amazing videos? Travis Leach asks, why are baby? That's not funny. I was a baby once. That is offensive to babies. That's babesist. That's babesist. That's really babesist. And I'm so triggered. Triggered! Zach Rimley, how do I keep Hitler from stealing my Nutella? Well, first, you have to go forward through time, not backwards. Like, if you wake up tomorrow and it's actually yesterday, it means you're not sleeping right. You have to change your sleep pattern so that it makes fucking sense. So that it follows Einstein's theories and stuff, right? I slept backwards once. It was shit. Alright. Hitler, Genghis Khan, caveman, amoeba, it was a dog shit. So, and also don't eat Nutella, it's bad for you. Kendra Chambers, if you're able to turn someone into a squid and go on a magical adventure with them, who would it be and why? It would be Miyamoto, and the adventure would be Splatoon. Colby, has Hellbent enslaved you and taken control of everything? Look, I'm not saying that Hellbent forcefully took control of Planet Dolan or anything like that, soon to be Planet Hellbent, but all I'm saying is that if there was a gun to my head and I was trying to give you a hint that something shitty has happened and I'm in trouble, then I would make it perfectly clear, wouldn't I? But no, everything's fine, everything's just dandy, so stop asking so many questions. Just me, do you like waffles? Do you like pancakes? Do you like French toast? This is too much, man. I can't answer all of these questions at once. Just ask, do I like food? Yes, I like food. All kinds of food. Those specific foods? I'm not sure. But I like food, that's what you should take away from it. Fucking koalas. Dane Marshall, I have a girlfriend over in America and I live in England and cannot see her yet. Dolan, help me, senpai. Well, you should just dump her. Just dump that bitch whore. Unless you really like her, in which case you shouldn't dump her. Or even if she just makes you happy, then you shouldn't dump her. If any of these things, then you should take the first flight over there and walk up to her door and knock and say, what's up? Yo, it's me, dog. It's me. I love you and shit. Fucking love the tits off ya. And then you wrap her in an awkward Voldemort hug. And then you have lots of babies. That's how it's done, alright? I'm Uncle Dolan. I know what I'm talking about. Just do it. Just do it. Hop on the next fucking plane. What are you, a pussy? Hop on that plane, dipshit. Abby asks, how was your day? My day was voicing a Q&A. Yep. That was my day. Thanks for asking. Thanks for reminding me. Cam Dinster. Are you having yourself a merry little good one? Well, I am now. Thanks for reminding me that there are songs in the world and there's music in my heart. Ken Masters, hey Dolan, I am a big fan of your page at YouTube. The way you give information about everything, ... Well, I'm a fan of you, Ken Masters. You use caps lock when no one else does. You're going against the grain. I like that. I like that. Apply for a job. I think you'll get it. Estuardo RF, why you suck? Sometimes some lollies just need to be sucked, right? You can't just bite your way through your problems. Sometimes you just gotta suck on that thing. Just suck it dry. You'll enjoy yourself a lot more if you do. Jared Eugene William Dixon, why does my cat stare at me like I owe him money? Well, what have you been doing lately? Like, maybe he's right. Maybe you do owe him a little bit of money. I mean, have you been keeping your eye on your financials? Like, I think you should deal with this. I don't think you should just wave it off. I think your cat might need that money to buy some stuff. And if you do owe him money, this is a pretty big deal. Like, I might have to speak on behalf of your cat now because I'm getting upset. Luke Copeland, how long is a piece of string? I've always found them to be at least 2 centimeters. So that's how long they are. Yeah. You didn't think I could answer that, could you? I could. Really easy. McKenna Price, why are some people more depressed than others? Because some people never played Pokemon. Alright? That's all I'm saying. So that's it for this Q&A. I'm also going to have a Q&A on the gaming channel and Super Planet Dolan channel for you guys to check out really soon. Oh, by the way, we're still advertising for jobs on our jobs and opportunities page over at planetdolan.com. There are links down below. Go check it out if you're interested. So anyway, that's it. Have a good